What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ecom Dave, and if you want to join a channel that's not afraid to tell you how it is, all about Amazon FBA and e-commerce, why don't you go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and you're gonna get content just like this every week. Now in today's video, I'm gonna cover all the don'ts that you need to stay away from as a new seller. Okay, the most common mistakes I see brand new sellers that come on Amazon make. All right, so mistake number one, it is selling copywritten products. Okay, so a lot of new sellers don't do the due diligence on finding out if a product's name is a copywritten, right, owned by another company. A popular product like Post-it, right? Post-it has gotten so popular that people just called sticky notes Post-it notes. So somebody might come here and try to sell this product, but if you have the keyword Post-it anywhere on your title or on the product itself, you're gonna get a copyright infringement, right? So that is a nightmare scenario. You order thousands of these, you send them over to the Amazon warehouse, and then you see your product get banned. So a great way to know if it's the keyword that you're targeting or the main search for your product is owned by a brand, just go to Google and type in USPTO trademark search. All right. You're going to hit search our trademark database, right? Basic wordmark search, and you just type in the keyword. So for example, Post-it, and you're going to see that it's live. So if you were to sell sticky notes and you had the keyword Post-it anywhere on your title, bullet points, or description, you're going to get your account probably suspended for selling somebody else's branded, right? Or using somebody else's brand on your listing, right? So that's a big no-no. Now, another big mistake is selling patented products, right? So one thing is copywritten products. That's using somebody else's brand or logo on your product, right? So you don't want to be selling somebody a product with a Mickey Mouse ears or an Apple logo in it. That's a great way to get in your account banned. Now, patented products, if you're actually selling somebody else's design, right? So to see if your product is patented, actually, I was just about to start selling these type of products, and then I did a Google patent search, and you would have never known that actually toilet seat covers, and it was a specific design. It's actually a patented product, right? So I came here, I did my research, and I noticed that the toilet seat cover that I was trying to sell was looked a lot like this one, right? So if you want to do a more thorough patent search, you can go to Fiverr.com just to always double check, right? Do your due diligence before you start selling a product, right? So just go to patent search on Fiverr, and you can actually hire somebody that can do a more thorough patent search, just so you can be always safe about before going purchasing from the manufacturer. You get the product on Amazon and it gets taken down. All right. Okay. Now the next thing is getting into markets that are brand owned or Amazon pretty much runs all of page one, right? And that also brings me to doing or selling products without using any product research tools. What do I mean by that? If you're just selling products without using tools that tell you who is the seller behind these products, and also how much money they're making, or what's the sales history of the product, right? You're pretty much shooting in the blind. Now, there are multiple product research softwares out there like Jungle Scout, Viral Launch, and Helium 10. My favorite one is Viral Launch. If you guys want to get the software, I'm going to leave a link on the description. You can get 40% off on Viral Launch, and I strongly recommend it. Okay, so once you download Viral Launch, you can you're gonna add the Market Intelligence Chrome extension. You see this little thing right here? This actually tells you how much money this seller is making, how much money this seller is making, right? And on top of that, right, they give you this little section right here called fulfillment. All right. Now, you want to get into markets where everybody's FBA or FBM. As you see right here, Amazon is dominating all of page one of this market. Now, what does that mean? That means that Amazon is the actual seller for this product. And you're probably asking yourself, how could that be if the product is Post-it notes? Well, Amazon actually goes and they have a deal with Post-it, and they buy wholesale from the brand and they sell it by them on their own on their platform, right? So if you were to get into this market, there's not really that much space for a third-party seller to get some of the share, right? So that is a huge red flag when getting into a market. You would have never known this if you would have never gotten the product research software, right? That's what I mean by shooting in the blind, right? And another thing is, you don't want to get into markets where for example, if you were to search sticky notes, right? You would see that Post-it is everywhere on page one, meaning leaving you a very little space on page one to come in and take some of that market share, right? So another big red flag. Okay, next thing is not doing your proper research when getting into a market, right? So a lot of new sellers, for example, the felt letterboard here, they'll come in, they'll see the product, they're like, okay, it's small, it's easy to ship. They go to Alibaba, they pull it up, and they see that they can get it for $2.21, and then they can sell it on Amazon for $20, right? They get all excited. Now, a lot of big problems with this market. Number one, you'll see that everybody on page one here has thousands of reviews, right? So that is a a big mistake as new sellers do. They get into markets that are too competitive. Now, I want you guys to think just from the mind of the customer, okay? Say, for example, you're trying to buy a felt letterboard and you see that everybody on page one has thousands of reviews. Now, you as a new seller, you're gonna start out with 0 reviews, right? You're gonna get a couple reviews here and there, but which felt letterboard would you buy as a customer? The one that has 5,000 reviews or the one that has 5 reviews? Obviously, the one that has 5,000 reviews. So you want to get into, you want to sell products where your competition has usually less than 200 reviews tops, right? The average seller has that. So whenever you come in as a new seller, the difference in reviews is not so high and people still buy your product, all right? Now, common mistake number 4 is not knowing your numbers. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Now, new sellers will come in here, they'll be like, oh wow, I can get it for $2.21 and then sell it for $20, right? Now, you also gotta take into consideration how much Amazon is gonna take for fees and how much your shipping costs are going to be. A great way to get a good idea on how much you're going to actually make selling this product is by going to Google and typing in Amazon FBA calculator. You're gonna click on that, and just go to the top seller here and you're gonna click on his listing, okay? You're gonna grab this little number right here and that's called the ASIN, all right? So this ASIN, this is the number that identifies this listing. You're gonna copy that, you're gonna go to your calculator and you're gonna paste it here, search, and we are gonna see how much they're selling it for. They're selling it for $21.95. Item price $21.95, right? Shipped to Amazon. When a product is usually around 2 pounds or less, you're gonna pay, and if it's small product, you're gonna pay around $1 for shipping. And then the cost of product, it's about $2.21. So say you can't negotiate, and we'll put it on the middle. We'll put it at $3. All right. So $3 for the cost of the product, right? And you want to do your calculation on the right side of the calculator, guys. And you're going to hit calculate, all right? So you're actually going to make $9.68 and a 44% margin. The numbers on this product actually look good if the competition wasn't so bad, right? So if you would have gotten into this market when it first started, then yes, it would have been a great product to sell, right? So know your numbers, guys. So you see right here, the fulfillment by Amazon fees and the selling on Amazon fees, right? So fulfillment by Amazon fees are $4.99 and the selling on Amazon's fees are $3.29. So you need to calculate those fees so you know how much you're actually going to make your profit. So knowing your numbers, okay? The next common mistake that I see a lot of people do is selling a Me Too product, right? Not differentiating yourselves. And what do I mean by that? You need to give the customer a reason to buy your product, right? So the worst thing that you can do is come into this market, right? Say, for example, everybody had low reviews. You come in and you sell the exact same thing as this guy. Now, why would somebody buy your product and not your competition? If he has more reviews, they're obviously gonna go with him. You need to give the people or the customer a reason to buy your product. Now, a couple of ways is you can actually bundle with something that people want to buy with this product, right? Or maybe sell it on a color that people want to buy with this product, right? Maybe differentiate your product that way. Make your product unique so you give the customer a reason to buy your product. All right, guys. And the last mistake is not planning enough budget for your launch, okay? And let me give you guys a quick explanation on how to organically show on page 1, right? So as you guys know, selling on Amazon, your product needs to be showing up on the search results of page 1. So whenever someone searches, for example, failed letterboard, if you're not in this section of page 1, then you might as well not be on Amazon because nobody's going to see your product. Then you're probably asking, okay, well, Dave, how do I get my product to show up on page 1? Well, one way that you can get your product ranked on page 1 is by doing PPC. You see these sponsored listings right here? Okay, now you're gonna run advertising for this keyword and you need to generate the same amount of sales as everybody in here, right, on page 1. And how do you know how many sales they're generating? Well, by running your product research tool, right? So this tool is going to give you what the average seller on page 1 is doing, right? So the average seller is selling about 1,100 of these failed letterboards every month, right? And how you get organically ranked on page 1. So you're going to run PPC for this, and you need to generate as many sales as everybody on page 1 that's organically here for about 10 days, okay? So you need to buy enough inventory to, number 1, get to page 1 and to stay on page 1 until you get more inventory onto the warehouse, right? So for example, the cost of launching this product just by in what I'm looking at here, right? I would recommend, number 1, you would have to test it out, right? You want to make sure that people are going to buy your product, okay? You need to get into a market that's people have low reviews. But you also, once you have tested the product, right, and you know that people want to buy it, then you have to get ranked for all your main keywords, right? And how you get ranked is you need to have enough inventory, right, to, number 1, generate enough sales for 10 days, right? So for example, it's, let's say, for example, they were doing 300 sales a month, okay? Then that would be 10 sales per day. So you would have to generate 100 sales, right? So 10 units per day for 10 days straight. And then Amazon will organically put you up here, right? And the number 1 key is here, you don't want to run out of stock. If you're out of stock for too long, then you're going to lose your organic rank. So that's what I mean is you need to have enough budget to usually buy about 3 months worth of inventory, put them up on Amazon, get you ranked on there, and then watch the inventory. And then once you see that, you know, you're selling a lot, you want to go back to your supplier and order more, right? So I hope that makes sense, guys. So as you guys can see, selling on Amazon can be very profitable, but you need to know what you're doing. So if you guys are interested on getting into this business, which it can be extremely profitable if you do it the right way, then I'm opening up some spots for my one-on-one coaching program. In order to apply, you just got to click on the button below in the description, and you will be taken to an application. You do need to apply because it is a one-on-one, and I just got to make sure that you are a good fit to what I'm looking for. All right. I hope this video was educational enough, and I hope you liked it. And if it was, then please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and any questions, just leave them on the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next.